Hey up guys, Leeds Lad Loves Coins here. Welcome back to the channel. Right, I've got to fess up here. I've made a bloody mistake. I made a mistake and I'm going to rectify it today. Before I tell you what the mistake was and rectify that mistake, I just want to do some housekeeping, which is the norm. So, can I give a big shout out, please? Gosh. A big shout out to the Coin Patrol, a great YouTube channel who've subscribed to my channel. Mark's Little Coin Shop, who is an American YouTube channel, and I'm subscribed to his channel. Great little show he puts on. So to all you viewers, all my subscribers, if you haven't, have a look at those channels and see what you think. But apart from that, a big thumbs up, a big shout out to all you lovely people who have left fantastic positive comments and subscribe to the channel. Now, let me just reiterate something. As far as moderation on my my channel, I do it all myself, and I don't block any comments. However, from this point forward, what I won't accept are any insults, calling people mugs or any other insults whatsoever. So if I see those comments from now on, they will be removed from the channel. Simple as. I absolutely don't want this to be an echo chamber, and I want people to voice their opinions. If you don't agree with something I say or something I do, something you see, then please express yourself. I want you to express yourself, but you can do it in a positive manner. You don't need to insult. You don't need to use derogatory terms. So please keep your comments coming. Disagree as much as you want. I'm a big boy, I've said that before, but stop using derogatory terms like mugs. They will be removed from this point forth. But please, if you disagree, tell me. We can all agree, we can all disagree, we all have opinions, yeah. But just do it in a positive manner. Simple as that. You can express yourself in a positive way. Disagreeing with somebody, it doesn't have to be an insult. Right, that's done. Away we go. So, a quick update. In the last video, we had a look at some coins, and I asked for your honest opinion. And the general consensus was that the tone set should go for grading. So not go, won't disappear, but go for grading. So it has now gone, and we'll see. We've got Christmas coming up. It's going to be a couple of months anyway, but we'll see what comes back. So that's the 1901 Monday set. I had two sets, as you know, and I've put this beautiful set, the blast white set, back into the presentation case, and it's an absolute beautiful storage location for it. So that will always remain. That will never be broken out and sent anywhere for grading. It won't be sold separately from the presentation case when I do come. Remember, every collector should have an end game. Yeah? What is the end game? We discussed that in the last video. So I'll move that to one side. The 1901 tone set went for grading. Also that went for grading was the 1887 shilling, which is a beautiful coin. Thank you for all the positive comments regarding that. I also sent that gem of a 1951 proof set for grading. If you haven't seen that video, it's titled "This is Why I Do What I Do." It's only 3 or 4 videos back. It's a 1951 Festival of Britain set that I've kept up my sleeves, and trust me, it is an absolute gem. However, this coin here, which was going to join my 1901 graded set already, I didn't send. One of my viewers, I forget who it was now, but if you're watching this, thank you for the heads up. Thank you for focusing myself and my developed eye. Sometimes, guys, as collectors, we all wear rose-coloured glasses. We all know the term, yeah, and we all know what it does. We think something is better than it is. This is a beautiful, beautiful crown. But my viewer pointed out, and when afterwards I took a closer look, and I absolutely 100% agree that the obverse, has been wiped. It's got a historic wipe. It hasn't been aggressively cleaned, but it has been wiped. And what it pointed out is correct, and how you can identify whether something has been wiped historically. And remember, when you send your coins for grading, it doesn't make a difference whether it's historical or not. They will still send it back with a details grade. A detailed grade means essentially that they won't give it a full grade. They'll put it in a holder so it isn't fake, it isn't damaged in any way. There's no problem with it. It's just that they won't give it a specific grade because of the historic wipe. Now, one way to tell that, you can see this. Here's a great. Let's pull that image. That's fantastic. If you see the fields in front of Victoria's device, the head, and in the rear, can you see how the contrast between the fields here and the fields on the outer edge around the lettering? Can you see how it varies? That's one surefire way of determining whether a coin has been wiped or not. Yeah. Now, when you look at it like that, you can still see the contrast, but it doesn't look as blatant. When you look down the edge of the coin, now you can really see it, yeah? There's no scratches, no marks, but it has been wiped. So thank you very much for my subscriber for pointing that out. You are absolutely bang on, and I appreciate you refocusing my eye on the details. So this will remain in my collection in its raw form, just like it's still a nice coin. And the beauty of this is, even though it has been wiped and I can't send it for grading, I purchased this at the right price. So I've had it valued, if you would, by a very, very, very experienced dealer friend of mine, and he says this coin would sell every day of the week around £130 in this format. If it were graded, came back an M62, M63, it'd sell for £300 plus. But in this format, £130. I paid less than £100 for it, quite a bit less than £100. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah. So remember, we talked in the last video about the Yorkshireman with the short arms and the long pockets. Well, this is a great example of purchasing at the right price so that you can obtain, remember my 20% rule, I'll keep banging home about things. Anyway, this isn't about value, it's about grading and it's about condition. And my subscriber who pointed it out to me, fantastic, thank you very much. So we'll put that down. Right, so the mistake I made, a few videos back was on my 1901 veil set. And I've looked at that video again. It's an absolute garbage video. Excuse me, I haven't taken it down, but it's garbage. So, and it's too long and too mixed up. I was doing NGC registry sets and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to bring this back, and I just want to show you this is the set that I got back from grading. And I want to showcase it because it is a beautiful set. This is the 1901 farthing, and as you can see, it did get an uncirculated details. Now, what they pointed out here was that it wasn't blackened at the mint. So what does that stand for? Let's just zoom in here. There we go. It is a beauty, beauty, beauty coin. Just move my lighting a bit there. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, so lovely, lovely coin, lovely farthing, great details. But back in the day, 1901, when these were first minted, people mistook them because of the golden hue for half sovereigns. How you could, I don't know. Remember the story I told you about the double sovereigns, the barmaid's ruin, and how people, they only minted them for 4 years because unscrupulous individual passing them off in the Victorian bars as crowns, because they were pretty much the same size as a crown, same weight, etc. Anyway, this is exactly the same. People were passing these off as sovereigns. So somebody had artificially blackened that coin. Here we've got a halfpenny, MS62 brown. Now, when they're grading these coins, there's 3 designations: brown, which the farthing was, red brown, and red, full red. Full red designation is the closest designation to how the coin was struck at the mint. Yeah? And every coin dealer, so to say, every coin collector are looking to augment their collection with the full red version. So that's the halfpenny. Again, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coin. Tell me what you think, guys. Smash a like. And what is great about this is we've seen the brown, the red brown, and now a full red. Yeah, this is the penny, MS64 in all its glory, and it's a full red. So this is the closest you can obtain as far as designation to how the coin was first struck. And we're all looking for this full red version, and also an MS65. We've got an MS64. Beautiful coin. Let's move on. Here we go with the 1901 3p. Lovely little coin. Again, MS64. Sterling silver, so 0.925. And a glorious little coin it is. Look at that design. Fabulous. Fabulous. I hope you appreciate it. Smash a like, subscribe. Give me the old thumbs up if you enjoy the content. That's the 3p. So we'll move on to the sixpence. Again, MS64. And this is the 6p. Yeah. Again, look at that cartwheel. Can you see it? Rotating round in the light. That's how you know, again, that a coin hasn't been messed with, hasn't been cleaned, hasn't been dipped, because you just won't get that cartwheel, you won't get that full luster. What a beautiful coin. MS64, great, great, great grade. So we're moving on now to the shilling, and we've got a 64 plus, which is I'm made up about, just a fantastic grade. There's only a few grading higher than this. It's really hard to get. Oh, excuse me. Look at that design. the 1 shilling, 1901. We've got the emblem of England, the rampant line of Scotland, and the harp of Ireland. Remember, the reason why Wales isn't on there is because it's designated a principality. It's not a... Although Wales has a fantastic history and is a historic nation, it's still classified as a principality. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coin. So we'll move on now to the 2 shillings, or the florin. You know, I love a florin. A lot of those scratches, by the way, there are on the Perspex glass cover that's on there. But great detail, lovely toning, same design as a shilling. See, florin, 2 shillings. Remember, the florin was the first decimal coin. Moving on to the big dog now, we've got the half crown. MS64, again, a very, very, very tasty grade. Very tasty grade. And a different design we can see here, which is absolutely beautiful. Now, I'll call this the big dog because they never minted a crown in 1901. Yeah. So they did issue what we call a trade dollar, but it's still the veiled head, yeah, or the widowed head, or the old head, whatever your preference is. You can see. So the only way you can augment your collection is by adding one of the old head crowns, which runs from, as you can see here, 1893 to 1900. So I'm so, pissed off about this, because it is a gorgeous coin, an absolute gorgeous crown. And why NGC would classify this as details, but they will. And we all know that many of these historical coins in coin collections were wiped back in the day. Historically, they were wiped. Who knows in the future if it retones, who knows. Anyway, so there we go. Oops. Thank you to my subscriber for pointing this out and refocusing me. I really appreciate it. So let's move that back there and zoom out a little bit. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that. I did make a mistake. I've just rectified it here. Tell me what you think of those coins. Smash a like, subscribe. And thank you for viewing my content. Right, I've bored you long enough. Big thumbs up, guys. This is Leeds Lad Loves Coins. I've bored you long enough. Hasta luego.